Got some stuff going in the box today. Got a hat going to Alex Gilroy from San Rafael, California. One going to Lawrence Wolford from Carn City, Pennsylvania. And a calendar going to him also. And a calendar going to my buddy John Warren in Tipton, Iowa. And somebody, generous person, sent a donation to Shane. I know who you are, Jeff. Thank you very much for that. Anyway, you guys have an awesome day today. Oh, geez, you got it, Jeff. No, I just put gas in my truck. Unleaded Dyno Care gas. You got to be kidding me. Oh, balls. I hope I can make it home. Drain it. What do you think? Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever done. You gotta be kidding me, Jeff. Put gas in your Dodge pickup? Well, let's see if it'll run. Oh, look at that. Listen to that. Listen to how smooth that is. Wow, there's no knocking. Huh. I'm gonna start running diesel gas more often. This diesel gas is good stuff. Ha! I'll be darned. So I want you to listen to this thing. I'm gonna start putting diesel gas in this more often. Listen to this baby. Holy moly. Listen to that old girl scream. But it's just a total different sound. Wow. Look at this, listen to that rumble. Man, I can't believe how good this little truck runs with diesel gas in it. Let's listen to this baby purr. She's got quite the bark. Ah, you hear that? What a screamer. So the Super Dodge puked last Monday, the day I went down to Expo. So the brake calipers are kaput. They kind of stuck on. Ruined the rotor. So got a new one of those. I had Matt tear it apart. He said my U-joints were bad. Let's go look at those. He said there's something wrong in here, and once you get the clips in, this joint doesn't want to rotate hardly. So I got to figure out what's going on there. So there's the other piece of it, and I don't know if it's this one. I have to call him and ask him, or if it's this one. This one's pretty tight, so I assume it's this one he's talking about. So not sure how that would prevent grease from going to those other cups. See, there's the one he took out. Yeah, boy. So had to put a new rotor on, new caliper. My brake line's bad. She's about worn too down there, pretty bad shape. And I had one here that I've had for quite a while, but it's not the same up here. This one has a fitting coming out the side. So I'll have to get a new one of those. And then I can finish this side, and then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. The boys have gone into the Napa store, replacing the master cylinder, and let's see, one brake line on this side that was bad. So as soon as I got back from Expo, I was gonna go get the 1693 I bought. But I had this problem, so I need to do that and then probably go pick up some new tires. They're getting down there. I could milk a lot more time out of them, but I don't want to go to clear to Post Falls. And then Matt has been working on the car hauler so I can go get it. Originally I was just going to put it in the back of the truck. I have hauled 1693s in the back. But this thing, the guy's given me the air clutch and the pump drive assembly for this engine. I guess it was set up to spray foam. He says that weighs about 1,000 pounds, so 3,200 for the motor and 1,000 pounds worth of other stuff. I don't think I want to put that much in the back and come home, so plan is to get the trailer and do that. So I replaced the master cylinder on the Super Dodge on account of the calipers were, I don't know, I think they got stuck. And if you can see that black in the bottom of this, you can see how discolored inside there it is. So I figured to avoid any future trouble, replace this whole thing. This is quite old too. Wasn't leaking yet, no signs of leakage, but you know, my luck, got to replaced everything else and not this, and then had trouble with this. So the truck is done, and got new calipers, new rotors on both sides, and new U-joints on the axle shafts. Oh, it's a windy day. Looks like we're gonna get some storm. Got some calendar going in the box to my buddy Tim in Georgia, who's setting up a machine shop. Gonna be a regular Brian Block or a Keith Fenner. No, he can't be Keith Fenner because he's not married, so that means he can't get a divorce. Collect a lot of money. Just kidding. Anyway, there's some a little gift to Shane to tide you over. For those of you that don't know about Shane, he's a veteran I've been helping. He's been screwed over pretty good by the system. Here, if you have a few extra bucks, send it his way. Look what showed up on my front steps. This is from David Anderson over in Napa, Idaho. David sent me the great vise that's in my shop. Every time I use that, I think of you, David. But he has sent me some more sweet stuff. This is cool. These are like brand new, David. The boxes look a bit worn, but man, they look like they've never been used. Very, very good shape. And then this is a 4-incher rod here, so I can set my other micrometer. Thank you so much for that, David. I'm gonna pay you back. Hey, I got another shipment from one of my friends in the UK, Mel Evans, the tractor porn guy. Anyway, he wrote me a letter. He says, "Hi Jeff, some more tractor porn for your blue room. Enjoy. Also, local farmers paper. As you can see, everyone is busy with sheep and lambs over here. Between the floods, we had 2 major storms over here in more or less the same week. Everyone says it's climate change. Reckon some guy somewhere is burning a load of nuke waste and warming the whole planet." Don't know who that'd be, Mel. Keep up the videos. It's a shame the boys are a bit camera shy. My son digs holes too for a large UK civil company. I am always asking for photos, but to no avail. Perhaps Mrs. Jpaydirt would like to star in a video. Have only heard her voice a couple of times, but she sounds fun. Yes, Mel, she is. Have also sent you a wrench right there. Say spanner. We have a great system over here called millimeters. Say millimeters. And there are 13 of them in a ½ inch. I enjoy the rides out with Kenny. Idaho looks very nice. Not sure about winter time. Do us a video of the new gearbox from 1 to 18. No clutch allowed. I have done that, Mel. I have to put that up in a video. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Mel. That's awesome. He says on there, he says, President Anderson, you never know. So let's dig this off and see what he sent me. Oh, well, Mel, you really made me work for that one. Anyway, that's cool. So he sent me a 13 millimeter work zone. Hey, that's cool. Thanks, Mel. So I got a bunch of decals left over. I've been sticking them on stuff everywhere I go. So I better get some advertising credit from you guys. My buddy in Pennsylvania, David Durr, sent me some cat racing hats, complete in a protected condom bag. That's awesome, David. Thank you very much for that. Always appreciate a good cat hat. And then while we're talking about Caterpillar, Adam sent me a couple of cat calendars, genuine cat factory ones. So we'll find a place to hang these up. Thank you very much, Adam, for those. I need about 3 of those. Does Cat build any like new style filthy whores with cab and AC? That would be cool. And speaking of more hats, my buddy David Gruho in Minnesota sent me another one of these hats. The last hat you sent me like that, David, I wore the heck out of that. I just plumb wore it out. Anyway, remember the picture of me with this hat on? And he sent me these. Ooh, corduroy. That's nice. These are the collector editions. Auto. So I'm pretty sure David told me like this one here is the original hat they had made in 1979. 1979, David. That's when I graduated high school. I was 18 years old. That's a cool hat, man. Anyway, those are cool hats, David. I'll save those and put them on my collection in my office. This one I'm going to wear. I love that picture and that face I pulled while I was wearing that. That's classic. I need to do some work on the Challenger. And I'm not that far away from making smoke come out of it and make it go. But I need to put a radiator in it. And so this is a drawing of one. And this is a 26 inch. So this one's for a big block. And so there's like 2 kinds of radiator setups for these cars. And I was a little worried this was the small one. But I measured it. And from, I think, center of bolt hole to center of bolt holes, it's like 28 inches. So that, I'm pretty sure, is the large opening. So I can get the big 26-inch radiator in this thing. But the reason I got to replace it is because the water pump inlet with this March serpentine belt setup is on the driver's side, and my old radiator, it was on the other side. So I got the trailer ready to roll. That's my car hauler right there. Got the Super Dodge all done. Got new calipers and rotors and brake pads and U-joints on the front axles. You want to know something interesting? I have almost 400,000 miles on this truck, and I have never had to replace the rear drive shaft U-joints yet. But I'm getting ready to go up to Coeur d'Alene to pick up a 1693 I bought. Yep, I bought another 1693. I'm still going to rebuild this one, don't worry. We're going to do videos on that. But this 1693 that I bought is it came off of a Air Force fire tanker set up, I think, to pump foam. Has 1,800 hours on it. Anyway, for the money I paid for it, I gave $3,400 for it, and I just couldn't pass it up. Hey, just got back from Expo. Things are still spinning here. That was probably the best con expo I've ever been to. And it was the best one ever because of one reason. The meet and greet where I got to meet all of my friends, everybody else's friends. I got to meet Icy Weld. Frank was there, which was awesome. Wade, Brandon and Aaron. Had a really good time with Brandon and Aaron and Frank at the top of the stratosphere. They got a restaurant up there that makes one revolution every 80 minutes. And dinner was really good. Super expensive, but it was really good. It was worth every bit of it. Anyway, had a super good time. Got to hang out with Chris and Albert and Alex and Ryan and Garrett and just all these people that I've known through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and it was just really cool to visit with them and stuff. So I think next time, here I got this idea. And I think we ought to start a GoFundMe or just start a fund, slush fund. And we should get us a meeting room at one of the big hotels with some kind of food or snacky food, whatever, and an open bar for refreshments. I think it'd be a blast. We got 3 years to do it. Had a blast. Think about that idea and get back to me. Jpaydirt's working on a video, and Mrs. Paydirt, she don't want to be seen on camera. I know somebody said I need to show her because she just liked her voice, but she says she doesn't look presentable. She got a logger wage shirt on. So how many of these you made?
14 of them.
And what are they for?
They're surgical masks, but they'll go over the top of their standard surgical masks because they're running out of masks. And these they can put over to the top, and then they can throw them in the washer.
Disinfect them?
Yeah, and then use them again. But they'll have to have their regular mask underneath it.
And why did you start this? Is there somebody in our family that needs it?
Mallory, our daughter-in-law, is a nurse. And so she requested some of them because they're running out of them. And we're also going to send them to Blackfoot Medical Clinic and to Twin Falls to a pediatric unit.
Oh, cool. And what am I doing for all this? Nothing, just making videos.
That's right.
Being useless.
And coughing all over the place.
Yep, I need one.
He's the one who needs them.